I just wanted to share a book that I've been reading that was actually published in 1989. I'm just gonna close this so you guys can read. It's Peace, Love, and Healing. I've read so many books like this from like recent authors, um, and I almost feel like it's gonna be like all those books combined into one. It's crazy how like I just discovered like my healing journey and spirituality about 6 years ago, and I feel like I've never heard about, well, like just maybe a year before that I started hearing about like some of the girls that I knew were were like that. It's kind of where I started my journey off of buying crystals. And I love crystals. I have so many crystals. Well, because I just love the energy they bring into my home and with me and when I travel. But anyways, um, so it blows my mind that like this man wrote this book when I was 4 years old, and how more information I feel like is in this book. And I just didn't, how did I not know it even existed? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you not know, like, this is how life should be, instead of being trapped in, like, the way everybody teaches you life should be. So anyways, um, I haven't even read the whole book. I read some of it. But I want to share with you a story from it. There was this lady, and I think I want to share the story just because it resonates with me, and I'm sure a lot of women. Um, she talks about, she has ASL, I think it's called. But I don't even know how to like start the story. So every, I can't say everyone, but a lot of women just like me, we look at our bodies and we're just like disgusted a lot, or we just hate it. We're uncomfortable. We wish this was different. We wish that was different. We wish, you know what I mean, that everything was different sometimes. And this lady talks about how like her whole life she just wished she was skinnier and wished she was smaller. And then she got ASL, which made her skinnier and smaller. So it just really like resonated with me, because like that's, I feel like that's like how I live my life, was like always wishing I was skinnier and like doing things to try to be skinnier. And it's like you're wishing this thing on you and you don't know how it's going to come to you. And it's not going to come to you in the way that you want it to come to you. It's not going to come to you as um the thing you want. It's not going to come like you're hoping for a smaller body, skinnier body, and unless you're the one doing like the working out and eating healthy, it's not going to come to you the way that you want it. It's going to come to you in ways you don't want it. And that is very scary to me, because I feel like I've been wishing my whole life to be skinnier, and never once thinking that the repercussions and how that could come to me and how terrible it can be. Like, I don't want to be skinnier with some kind of disease where I can't. That's not what I want. So I would suggest we all stop doing that. I know I am. She talks about some tools that she uses, like how she stops, like, because she has ASL. I don't even know if I'm saying it, ALS. I don't know. Because she has that disease, she gets like a terminal, like, the doctors say she only has 6 months to live. And instead of like being sad and just accepting it and being like, I'm dying, I'm gonna die, and that's how you die. And that's a lot what this book talks about, like mind over body, like how our minds control our body and how healthy our body is. And we can choose to be like, okay, I'm dying, like, that's sad, I'm dying, I'm sick, I'm dying, and you're gonna die. But there are people who will be like, I'm not dying, I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna do this and this and this. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna live my life and I'm gonna live it as much as I can. And then they don't die. So there's so many cases of this, and this is what this book talks a lot about. Like, there's thousands and thousands of cases of people just like this one I'm talking about, who healed themselves with their mind. And she talks about, like, one of the tools that I like that I might try. Like, I'm definitely at a point in my healing that I'm way more comfortable in my body, and I love my body so much because it brought me my 2 babies, and I'm just grateful for it. And this story just, like, flipped the switch where I'm just not going to give a shit about it anymore, ever. And I'm never going to wish anything on my body. That is nothing but health and happiness and healing. But one of the tools that she used, which I thought was probably very helpful, she said it was like the only thing she had to do, was she started writing down every day, writing down like the things she'd hate. She wrote down like all the things she hated about her body. And I guess it was a pretty long list. I mean, if you start top to bottom, you can make a pretty long list. And then what she started doing was, when she would write down some, like, the following day, when she would write down something negative about herself, she would also write down something positive. And she would find like positive things about her body that she likes. And like, she kept doing that every day, and she would write down something positive and keep writing down what she doesn't like, until eventually the list of negatives like became much smaller than the list of positive, and eventually just disappeared, because she just started realizing, like, I love all these things about my body, and I really do love all these things about her body, like my body. And I think I haven't finished the whole story, because it doesn't talk about the whole story all at once. It just gives little like parts of it. I think she cures herself completely, which sounds ridiculous. And I've learned this so much in my life, because I'm a projector, and I need to learn how to keep my mouth shut. And I don't always keep my mouth shut, and it accepts a lot of people a lot of the times. And I don't mean to, and in no way do I mean to sound like arrogant or ignorant to people's problems and disease and things that are going on in people's lives. But coming from a person who has cured herself of a lot of things, and including a lot of like mental illness and problems in my mind, and also loving myself and loving my body, you can do it yourself. There are tools, there are ways to do it. There are like things that you can do every day to change how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the world, how, your complete mental state. You can completely change your brain. But like, a lot of people don't want to hear that when they're so stuck in a depression or like anxiety, where they think the only way out is taking their medicine. And without their medicine, they'll die, or they'll, not want to live anymore, or not be able to like live their life. And that's unfortunately, that is unfortunately like a sad way to live your life, because it's just going to continue. You can heal yourself. You don't need medicine, and you don't need doctors telling you that you do need medicine. Like, you have all the things you need inside of you. You have everything inside of you. But I just wanted to share that story because I thought it was amazing, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. And this book's great. I don't know where you can find it because it's old, but they might sell it on Amazon. They might sell it on like used books websites. I know I have some like book things I follow on TikTok, where you can find books that aren't always sold, like, because they're not current books, or just books commonly found in the store. You want to share the gospel with me? I actually recently listened to an audiobook of the Bible, and I'm not really a fan. I'm sorry. I didn't get the takeaway that most people get, I'll tell you that. But thank you for trying or wanting to. But I'm gonna go. I just want to share